Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, we are discussing about the second unit, that is the unit title is Education, a Purposive and Continuous Process of MES-011 course, that is Understanding Education of MA Education Program of Indira Gandhi National Open University. This is the first year course and this is the first course, of course, that is MES-011. We have already discussed the unit 1 and today we are discussing the second unit of this course, that is Education, a Purposive and Continuous Process. In our earlier video program in YouTube, we have discussed about the first program. We discussed the purpose of education, what is the basic purpose of education. Then second, we have discussed about the aims of education, the individual aims of education, the social aims of education. Then we have also discussed about the synthesis of individual and social aims of education. Then further one aspect which is there in this unit, that is continuous process, education as a continuous process. So friends, in this program we will discuss the concept of education as a continuous process. So in my earlier programs I have already discussed, in many videos I have discussed that education is not a static process. Education is a ever dynamic, ever changing, and it is a continuous process. Okay, so you see, when we talk about different agencies of education, it means you can say home as an agency of education, family, home or family is an agency of education, school is an agency of education, society is an agency of education, media is an education agency of education. So you see, we learn many things, we experience many things from the family, from the society, from the media, or from the school. Okay, so all this education that helps for constructing a good personality or constructing good behavior among the individual. At the initial stage, you can say when you are a small child, or you can say when from your infancy stage, when you enter to the childhood stage, then you are part of your family, and you have learned, you have experienced many things from the family. Okay, so when you come contact with the members of the family, maybe your parents, maybe the elders, maybe your juniors, maybe your siblings, so you have learnt many things, you have experienced many things, and that experience and that learning, that education, you can say that is the it's called as home is the, or family is the first school of every child. So that's why whatever you have experienced many a time, you have experienced by observing certain things of your own, means you have observed what is going on in the family, how the things are happening, what is the family tradition, what is how people are communicating, interacting, and behaving with each other in the family. So by observing such things, you have learnt many things. At the same time, many a time the senior family members, they have also taught you that how to behave, how to react, and how to deal different situations. So that's why you can say that you have learnt many things from the family. At the same time, in the society, society as an agency of education, you have also experienced, you have also observed the societal happenings and what is going on in the society, and you have also learnt many things from the society. Okay, when you participate in social customs and social traditions and any types of cultural events, okay, cultural celebration in the society, you have also learnt, you have also experienced many things. So that's why, friends, we can say that the experience that you have gathered, you have gained, that may be from your family, that may be from your society. And you will find that nowadays the media is very active, and every day, maybe by using the print media or by using the electronics media, you must have experienced many things. You are just getting acquainted, you are getting the information about this world, about the development of this world, and you are acquainting yourself about the development of the society. At the same time, your immediate society, and you can say the larger society, means the world as a whole. So you can say that you are also educating yourself by taking the help of media as an agency of education. Further, the prime agency of education, that's called as the school. Okay, so at a time, starting from your nursery education, you enter to the school, and from the school your dealing is with your students. You are sitting with your students, doing certain activities with your students. You are coming in contact with the teachers. So in the school there is a formal curriculum. Teachers teaches to the students, and you are doing many activities in the school. So this is just like, as I have already said, that this is a miniature of the society, or you can say that education or the school is a subsystem of the society. So what we are going to discuss here, that education is a continuous process. Friends, you see, when we talk about education, it can be happened in three ways, that you can say, or by using the three system of education. That may be the formal system of education, the informal system of education, and the non-formal system of education. So for understanding, you can say education as a continuous process, you should understand the different forms or the different system of education. You see, in a formal system of education that you get from the school, from the colleges, from the educational institutions, means you are taking admission in a particular age, certain criteria is there, certain eligibility criteria is there. So as per the eligibility criteria, you are applying for studying in a school or college. Then you are taking admission in a particular course. Then you will find that certain teachers are appointed for teaching to the students. A curriculum, a well-defined curriculum has been developed. That curriculum, you are studying that curriculum, and you are acquainting with that course, may be related to a profession, may be related to a general education. So you are acquiring certain skills, and at the same time, as per the content point of the curriculum, you are studying it. You are completing a particular curriculum or a particular course or a program. So here you see everything in a school system, in an institute, formal institute, everything which is going on, that goes in a formal way. Means teacher every day regular classes is there. There is a proper timetable, proper time schedule. Okay, students comes to the school or colleges, and teacher teaches them. Then after, you will find that they also do the evaluation. Okay, so you also appear the term and examination. At the same time, the continuous examination, or you can say that the internal examination also. And you get certain score, and on the basis of your grade and score, that got certified further. So this is the formal system of education. Here from the formal system of education, you get education. At the same time, the other two systems of education, that's called as informal system of education, or the non-formal system of education, that also equally contribute for educating a child. So friends, let us try to understand that in an informal system of education, just like earlier I was discussing about, let your family as an agency of education, as an informal agency of education, society or community as an agency of education, then media as an agency of education. So here also you are learning, you are experiencing, you are observing many things. You are molding your behavior, you are developing your behavior, you are modifying your behavior in the family, you are modifying your behavior in the community and society. And you are acquainting yourself about many developments of the society by observing the media, by watching the news channel, by watching the happenings of this world. So that's why, though it is not a part of school system, means, but here you are also learning many things, you are also experiencing many things. So friends, every time you can say in an informal system of education, when you travel somewhere, during your visit, during your travel, you also learn many things. You see, many people, you will find that they have a hobby, they have a passion to visit different things, to visit different places, and they have, you will find that they have ample experiences, they have ample knowledge about the happenings of different places, about the demography of different places, the food habits, the learning, you can say the living style of the people, the customs, the traditions. And this is because of the habit of moving different places, visiting different places. So here also, this is not exactly right that you will get all sorts of knowledge, all sorts of experience from only formal system of education, which is possible through a schooling, through a school system. But you can also educate yourself, you can also learn many things, many life skills that really help you for understanding this world, and for understanding the life skills, and for acquainting yourself, to engage yourself in different happenings in the society, different activities in the society. So that's why these things are happened in a very informal way. So that's why you can say, in a formal system, you can say that in a nursery one can take admission at the age of 3 plus, then in standard 1 one can take the admission in 6 plus. Okay, so there is 10 years of schooling, that's called as the secondary education, 8 years of elementary education, then 2 years of secondary education. Okay, so then after 2 years of senior secondary education, then 3 years of college education. So in a formal system of education, you can say that after completion of 10th exam, then you have completed your secondary education. After completed of your 12th exam or senior secondary exam, then you can say that you have completed your senior secondary or higher secondary. But this is not continuous in a process. But when we talk about education is a continuous process, it means at every moment, from every situation, from every place, from every person, okay, you have to learn many things. Okay, when you are meeting a person, when you are interacting with a person, when traveling in a train, when traveling in a bus, or when staying together in a place, you are also understanding many things about that person, about the person from where he or she belongs. Okay, you will find that communicating with people, interacting with people, also a source of knowledge for acquiring different experiences, different knowledge. At the same time, such things are happen continuously. There is no age bar, there is no time bar, there is no situation bar. So from every situation you can learn many things. Friends, you see, in the constructivist approach of teaching and learning process, so that's why this has been critically examined, and this has been introduced, this has been implemented in the teaching learning process, that to use the prior experiences of the learners, means the learners, the students, those are coming to the campus of the school. You can say that they don't have any experience, they have a lot of experience, they have a lot of experience relating to school subject also. Okay, so they have experienced many things in the society, may be related to mathematics, may be related to science, social science, and languages. Then how to connect their experiences with the teaching learning process, how to connect their life experiences with the curriculum. So here also such things are happening in a very continuous way, means whatever experience they have learnt, they have they have gained, that is not only from the schooling, not that is not only from the college education or the school education, rather they have gained it as a person, they have gained it as an individual in this society, as an individual in this community, as an individual from this environment. So that's why we have to use their experiences, we have to use their observations in the teaching learning process. So that's why when we talk about education as a continuous process, it means all your experiences, that you have gained, that is also part of education. That is beyond the formal system of education. You have to learn many things. Friends, you can also say that if you can experience that. If you ask yourself, you can get the answer that what you have studied from the school, what you have studied from the colleges, and further what you have experienced from your workplace. Okay, so you have also learnt many things from your workplace. Let you have completed your school education, your college education, then you got an appointment in any field, you can say, in any occupation. Then in that occupation, when you started working, you have learnt many things. Okay, you have experienced many things, and slowly what you are doing, you are just using those experiences, those observations in your work. Okay, so here you see many things that you have not studied, that from the schooling system, further that also you are experiencing, further that also you are doing it. So that's why, friends, in a broader way we can say that education, there is no limitation of education. You cannot make a boundary for the education that it is only possible from the school system. Rather, it is possible beyond the school system. It's okay that you are getting basic education, certain formal education from the school system, from the college system. You are studying a discipline, you are studying a subject, you are acquiring you can say more and more knowledge and experiences about a subject, about the theorization of the subject and how to practice that subject. You have also developed certain skill, but at the same time life is, you can say, something more than the formal system of education. The entire life is not limited with the formal system of education. So that's why informal education gives a proper shape to the individual, gives a proper you can say acquaint the individual, engage the individual, and construct the individual for living one's life. Then further, when we talk about the non-formal system of education, you can see you can say that after completion of formal system of education, what you are doing, you are joining, or you are engaging yourself in world of work. With engaging yourself in world of work, what you are doing, you are also for your professional development, for development of certain skill, or for acquiring certain specialized knowledge, you can say expert knowledge, you are also pursuing certain program. Okay, certain professional program for continuing your education. So here you can also say that only formal education is not end of your life, only formal education is not enough. So that's why what you are doing after formal system of education, for your professional development, for your development of this skill, you are also going for pursuing any program by non-formal way. Just like you are pursuing your program in distance education system, you are pursuing your program in open and distance learning system, and you are also doing or engaging yourself in in various professional development program online. So nowadays you will find that the MOOCs program, massive open online courses program, is getting popular day by day. So here what you are doing, you are engaging yourself in different acquiring skills in by engaging yourself in different online programs, in different MOOCs courses. So here when there are three systems of education, formal system of education, informal system of education, and non-formal system of education, so that's why there is no age bar. You can't limit yourself that 10 years of schooling, 2 years of higher secondary, 3 years of college education means that is enough in your life. That maybe you have completed a degree, you have completed you can say level of education, but at the same time the experiences that you have gained in your life, that also come in your use for your lifetime, that also engage yourself, and that also help you for understanding different world of work. So that's why, friend, the concept education is a continuous process. You can say that education is definitely a continuous process. This is not you can say there is no end of education. This is rightly said that the very beginning of education starts from very beginning of one's birth. Okay, and it continues till the death. So starting from, you can say, this is the process of cradle to grave, means starting from birth, education continues till the end. Means at every moment, at every situation, at every age, you have to learn certain things. So friends, when we talk about the UNESCO's report that is on learning the treasure within, it emphasizes the 4 pillars of education, that is learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. So these 4 things are very much important to understand that education, you can say it is a lifelong process. Education is a continuous process. So you can say, as per the UNESCO's report, that is learning the treasure within, learning is always a treasure. It helps the individual for grooming themselves, for understanding this world, at the same time to engage the individual in world of work. Just like it helps learning the treasure within, it emphasizes the 4 pillars of education. The first pillar is learning to know. So what we will do, for knowing something we learn, for understanding something we learn, okay, to understand more and more things about certain aspect. Okay, so that's why this may be possible from formal system of education, from informal system of education, or from non-formal system of education. Then further, learning to do means you have to do something, you have to acquire certain skill. So many a time, for acquiring certain skill, you engage yourself in different programs. It may be a professional program, may be a formal education also. At the same time, because of your passion, because of your willingness, because of your aptitude and interest, because of your deep inclination towards certain skills, what you are doing, you are also acquiring that skill because of your interest. So that's why the another pillar of education, as per learning the treasure within, that is learning to do. So you are learning to do something for acquiring certain skills. Further, you can say learning to live together. It also, education helps us to understand the spirit, the sense of learning together, okay, living together. It means that you are not an individual is not an isolated entity of the society. An individual is a part and parcel of the society, a member of the society. Okay, an individual is a social being. So that's why education teaches us to live together. So friends, when we live together in a community living, in a societal living, we also learn many things, we experience many things. So that also you can say that this is not there is no end of education. Okay, so you can learn from others, you can, and others can also learn from you. Then further, we can say the 4th pillar, that is learning to be. So what you want to be, as per your aptitude, as per your interest, as per your vision, what you want to be. So if you want to be an engineer, you can be an engineer. If you want to be a teacher, so friends, as per your interest, as per your need, as per your aptitude, you can form yourself, you can construct yourself to be. So the UNESCO's report, that is learning the treasure within, this is the beautiful example to understand that education, there is no end of education. Education is a continuous process. It helps for acquiring knowledge, at the same time it helps for acquiring skills, to practice the skills, at the same time to live together and to work for the development of the society, development of this community, development of this country, development of this nation, at the same time for global development of the whole humankind, you can say, all of, or you can say the whole world. So friends, in Unit 2 already we have discussed first the purpose of education. Further, we discussed about the aims of education, and the last part of your unit, that is education as a continuous process, that also we discussed. So we completed this unit. I think our discussion will help you to understand this unit better and to prepare yourself for your term and examination. And definitely I will say that you read the second unit of MES-011, Understanding Education. The unit title is Education, a Purposive and Continuous Process. And definitely go through these videos, and these videos will help you to understand the material. And at the same time, many things are there in your unit. So that's why you have to read the unit accordingly. You prepare yourself for understanding the concept, at the same time for presenting it in your examination, for preparing yourself for the examination. So friends, whatever we are discussing, that is not absolutely for the examination, but as a master students you should have certain knowledge base, certain understanding, certain educational discourses. So you should understand first, then exam is that is, you can say, a part of life. That is the requirement of this program, but you should learn something. So that's why we are discussing in different videos. So both the you can say the hard copy material, at the same time the YouTube video will help you for understanding the things, understanding the content in a better way. Thank you.